Mic check, mic check. What's kicking, family? I'm glad you've clicked in so I can check in with you. Mr. Batch here. Right now, we've got the NBA playoffs on top of us. That's right. They're here this weekend, and it's going to get on and get down in the first round. So let's start with the first round game. Cleveland, Detroit, the season series. Edge goes to Cleveland. 3 games to run. I'm looking for the Cleveland Cavaliers to take this in 4 games. LeBron is doing his thing. The team has come together. It has gelled. I think he's got a much better team to make a championship run than what he had a couple of years ago. And that being said, I'm looking forward to a LeBron versus Kobe finals with LeBron taking down Kobe to get his ring. Too bad for you Kobe people out there, you Kobe lovers. That's right. I'm talking playoffs here. Cavs over Detroit in the first round by 4. Then you've got Boston, Chicago. The Celtics lead the season series 2-1. This could be a tough one. Boston's been on the run. Boston doesn't have KG. It's going to kind of hurt because without KG to go along with the other two, they don't have the big 3. They're going to have the big 2. Rajon Rondo has come around and has shined and stepped up into that class of a fine NBA point guard, what he's supposed to be. Shoot, you play in the NBA, it's the best of the best, and you better get to that level. San Antonio versus Dallas. The season series is 2-2. Greg Popovich, Tony Parker, Tim Duncan. They've been looking a little old, but see, they're a much more methodical team, plodding, methodical, and come at you. Just, Greg Popovich has been doing magic there. I shouldn't say magic. He's been actually the man behind the wheels that keep this thing rolling. So San Antonio versus Dallas. I'm looking at the Spurs. I say that'll go 7 games because you got Jason Kidd and Dirk Nowitzki. Dirk Nowitzki's been so close. I like him as a ball player. I wish he could get a ring, but I don't know how that's going to happen unless he leaves Dallas and goes someplace else, or unless Shaq decides to show up in Dallas and try and does his thing down there. That's another story altogether, talking about Shaq. Come on, one of the 50 greatest. He can write his ticket anyway. He's the big ticket. Once again, San Antonio over Dallas. I'm looking at 7. If they do it shorter than that, that's gravy. Portland versus Houston. The season series is the Rockets 2 to Portland's 1. But in this series, hey, I'm going to throw that out the window. Even though Ron Artest has stepped up due to the fact that Tracy McGrady has been out with a microfracture, and you've got Yao Ming, who's been a little bit hurt, even though he was, if I understand correctly, he was hurt when he was playing in the Olympics for China, and I don't think Houston had liked that too much. You going over there and representing. But it was a pride and country thing, and I think it was a prerequisite because he's a Chinese citizen. You know how to get over there. So once again, Portland versus Houston. I'm looking at Portland. That's right. I like the idea that Portland is back into the playoffs. It's been many years since they've been there, and I get a chance to see Greg Oden. I don't believe he's been starting so far this year, but at least we get a chance to see the big fella and what he can do. Yes, he's been injured, but it's a whole different beast once you get into the NBA. Hopefully he'll have that all behind him. He had the finest people to take care of him, and it's going to be a good series of Portland against Houston, and I'm going for the Blazers in 7. This is Mr. Batch. Stay blessed. I'm out. Peace.